Hi everybody, it's Heidi with the Weathered Fence Post. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, my husband Steve and I are resellers in the Raleigh, Garner, North Carolina area. Unfortunately at this time we don't sell online, but we do have two booths in this area, one at Antiques at Gresham Lake in North Raleigh and one at Collected Treasures in Garner. If you're ever in the North Carolina area, please stop in and visit our booths. What we love to do on this channel is to take you hunting with us for treasures, and then we'd like to go over the haul that we found. On the previous video, we went out hunting. That was a hunting video. So on this video, we're going to go over everything we found at that great Angel thrift store, plus maybe a couple other things that I found at Durham Rescue Mission yesterday, and maybe some Goodwill items in there too. Who knows? I don't know. But let's get going. Let's take a look at all the treasures. The first thing that I'm going to start off with was something I was so excited to find was this Anna Lee. I couldn't believe that I found this for $4. And she's just so adorable. I was looking up the Anna Lee witches, and a lot of them don't have this elongated nose. This is kind of one that's different than the others, and I think her face is adorable, don't you? So we're putting her in the booth today at Gresham, Antiques at Gresham Lake, and we're putting $15.99 on her. Online, these are going for over $20, $25, so I think that's a good price point. She's just so cute. I'm not going to pull this out of the box. It's all in there right now, but you saw me pick this up, and I actually priced it, checked out the pricing online while I was there. I still haven't figured out what era it's from. I'm thinking 80s, 90s based on the font, maybe 90s, early 90s, but these are selling for like $25, and so they're just like hand-painted little ornaments on this tree, and I think it's pretty adorable. Now when I pulled it out, something really interesting was inside this box along with this tree, so I can't wait to show you that. This little witch was in there. Now look at her. When I pulled out the tree, I didn't know she was in there. She's not part of the set, so it was just something that they must have added to it. And she went flying and fell on the floor, and her little boot came off. Now it looked like her little boots had been glued back on several times, so I just simply glued it back on. I'm going to be keeping this little witch, but she's from the 70s, the 1970s, and I can't remember. I looked her up last night. I can't remember. I should have wrote it down. Off the top of my head, I think she was selling for like $15 to $20 for this little witch. So in that box that I paid, like, what did I pay? $3, I think it was. The actual tree was worth like 20 some dollars, and this is worth like $15 to $20. So what a great score that was. And she's just so adorable. I was telling you in the hunting video that there are certain animals that always sell in our booth, and roosters are one of them. Roosters, elephants, frogs, turtles, owls, and I would say that, and cats too. I would say, I was trying to figure out which one sells better, elephants or roosters. They seem to be the two main ones that go pretty quick. And then maybe owls and frogs would be next, and maybe cats next, but I can always depend on them selling. This is a beautiful metal rooster. I love the coloring on it. It's in really good condition, and this is going in the booth today. I think I had this one priced for Collected Treasures, if I remember correctly, and we've got it priced at $8.99. Not a bad price at all. This was that litho that I picked up, and I told you in the video that lithos always do very well in our booth. And I did put it in a frame. Now the frame is a little weathered, which is okay because the name of our booth is the Weathered Fence Post, so sometimes things are going to be a little weathered in there. And we priced it low enough. I mean, this litho, we're pricing it at $10, but it's really a beautiful fall scene. Just perfect for right now. And it's just a nice size. Here it is next to my head so you can see the size. Just a nice size that you could tuck on a shelf behind a nice fall vignette. I just think it's beautiful. I loved it. I fell in love with this whimsical chicken plate. This is a Fitz and Floyd, and it's called the Gypsy Chicks plate. Really adorable. I just love the face on it and the look and the colors. It's just so whimsical and just fun. Just plain fun. Again, I looked all these up. I should have wrote down what they were going for on eBay, but you can look it up. It's not a big deal. I think they weren't maybe $15, I think is what they're selling for. We're pricing it at $8.99. I'm going to try to get this so there's nothing in the background. I've got all this in the background. You're really not going to be able to see this well, but this is beautiful. This is a Yankee candle with a crackled glass and the fall leaves, and I just think it's gorgeous. I can't imagine how pretty this is when it's lit up with a candle in it. I've only priced this at $6.99. Didn't pay a lot for it, so we're not going to charge a lot for it. Found this at the Durham rescue bins yesterday, and I rescued it because this is an enamel on, oh, what is it, copper? Yeah, enamel painted on copper, and these are actually pretty valuable. I'm only going to price this at $6.99, but I just think it's really pretty for the fall. And again, these are small. I've got it up close to the camera here so it looks big, but these are small plates that are perfect in a small fall vignette. Really, really pretty. I saw that I was definitely going to pick up these gulls. These are otagari, or otagari, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it, otagari. And they're in perfect condition. I checked to see if they were Yadros, that's why I pulled them off the shelf. But they're in great condition. I love the look of them. And who doesn't love gulls for the coastal decor? And one of the viewers said that what she does is whenever she visits her family's place at the coast, she likes to take a little treasure for them, you know, and leave it behind for them as a, you know, as part of the thank you for spending time at the coast. And Steve and I used to have a condo down at the North Carolina coast, and people would do that, and we loved it. We would love to come in and see what people would do. Some people would do like little repairs for us if something needing repairing. My aunt and uncle did that. They were great. And some people would leave little treasures, and so it was sweet. So this would be a nice little treasure to leave behind. I think I was filming when I found this. I think I found this the weekend before last. This weekend, weekend before this weekend, last weekend. That's how you say that, last weekend. I think I found this at Angel Thrift too. And I just absolutely love it. This is an Orthodox piece, and it's the Virgin Mary with Jesus, and I just think it's gorgeous. I love these pieces. Whenever I see them, I always pick them up. Let me show you another piece that I picked up that I really love. St. Joseph Daily Missal. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it's from 1956, and this is for the Catholic Church. It is the official prayers of the Catholic Church for daily Mass, and I just love this book. Well, this prayer book, or I know I'm saying the wrong thing because I'm not Catholic, but I just love it. I just think it's beautiful. It's full of beautiful, beautiful pictures. I love the font in it, and the book itself is gorgeous. So I'm very excited to be bringing this. It has a lot of tassels for the bookmarks, in really good condition for 1956. I found this beautiful tile piece by Marjolaine Boston. I don't know if I'm saying her name correctly, but I always pick Marjolaine Boston up when I see her. Her artwork is beautiful, and this is just a wonderful piece that was offered up by Hallmark. And it cost $2.09 at Goodwill. So, you know, obviously if I was at a yard sale, something like this would probably only be 50 cents to $1. So I've got a little bit more in it than I would like for resale, but I think we could probably sell this for $8.99 and still make a little bit of money on it. I found this piece at the Durham Rescue Mission yesterday. And guys, when we go to the Durham Rescue Mission, you know, a lot of times the stuff is really chipped up, not in good condition. This thing was filthy, filthy. And it actually was full of a bunch of small treasures, so I pulled all those out and took a look at all those. I think I picked up a couple of things that were in it too. This is a ceramic piece. It is, you know, a cherub jardiniere made in like the French style. It's outside of my wheelhouse. It's not something I usually would pick up, but I just really like the cherubs on it. And let me see if I can tone down this light a little bit. There, that's a little better. You can see them a little better now. It's got like a green hint to it with some shadowing. I really thought it was beautiful. I did look online. There's some listed there in like, some of them are like $45, but they have a little bit more extensive painting. I kind of liked the monotone of this. So we'll see how it does. It was a, you know, good enough price point you know, everything I pick up at the Durham Rescue Mission is at a great price. So it was a good price point, so I thought, you know, I'll take a risk on it. Let's see what happens. So at the Durham Rescue Mission, one of the things that they do is they have these great big, I think they're called gaylords, and when they're cleaning out the blue bins, when everybody's done hunting through them and they're getting ready to throw things away, they just throw it in these gaylords, you know, and it's got all kinds of garbage and stuff in it. So as I was done hunting yesterday, I just took a gander over there and looked in the gaylord, and I saw the base of this in there. So you see this is solid brass, and I said, I think I know what that is. That's either a base to a lamp. And so I dug a little bit more, and then I found this. And I said, I know exactly what that base goes to. So this is a solid brass music stand that was being thrown away. And one of the workers was there, and he said, you know, I've been trying to connect this piece to this piece, and I can't get it to connect. Well, it wouldn't, because obviously this is too big to this, so it was missing a part. So I said, well, I would like to still purchase this because the base we could repurpose for something else, and this piece would be a beautiful shelf decor piece for anybody that, you know, even at Christmas. Can you imagine at Christmas how gorgeous this would be? When I got it home, I looked down inside of here, and the other piece was there. It was just shoved down in there. Now we've got a little bit of work to do. It just kind of goes in there just like this. And I got it out. The problem is, there's another piece that screws in here. That piece, the threads on the stand, the book stand, are not tight enough. So we're gonna have to do a little work to get this back together. But what I decided, Steve and I can work on it, and then we're gonna keep this one. I don't know if some of you remember, my mother actually found us one of these in New York, and we just picked it up on the last trip when we were up there and brought it home. And I was gonna keep it for myself, but what I decided to do is sell that one, and I'm gonna keep this one because we're gonna do a little repairs to it. So I'm going to keep this one, and I want to show you, I'm going to put a picture up right here of what I've done with the other music stand, and that's going down to Collected Treasures today. We're starting to bring Christmas in. Just love this. It's a solid brass music stand, and they are valued at about $150, $150 right in there, and then that gorgeous swag attached to it. And then on the top, I've put like a little antique music book that's opened up to Oh Christmas Tree. I think it's a great vignette. I think it's a great way to start off the holiday season down there with some beautiful decor. I think somebody's just going to absolutely fall in love with it and want the whole thing for their, you know, entryway, or tuck it in an area in their home. It's a nice size that it can tuck into like a corner somewhere, just give it a nice, beautiful, musical holiday feel. So with all that said, Steve and I have a little bit of work to do to get this one functioning the way we want it to, but what a great find to find just on my way out the door and getting ready to leave. I got it at a great price. I'm not even going to tell you how much. Because he was like, all right, I said, I'll tell you. I said, can I get this at a price instead of at the weight? Because it's heavy. It's solid brass. So he did a price for me, which he's probably not supposed to do, but shh. Another really interesting piece that I found there yesterday was this. I took my black light this time hunting with me, and I found this piece. And believe it or not, I would usually not pick this up. This glows. And I'm going to put a picture right here to show you. This glows. I was shocked. I would never have thought that this would glow. This has like a gold trim around it and a sawtooth top. The gold is kind of coming off from being washed, but I picked it up because anything with uranium in it will definitely sell in our booth. I'm only going to price it at $8. I think it's a unique piece that glows, so I was pretty excited. There were a couple little creamers up on the shelf that I thought were cute, so I'm going to go ahead and take a risk on these. I don't usually pick up a lot of clear glass things like this, you know, that aren't, you know, like a high-end piece, but I just thought they were so adorable. these little cute little creamers, so I grabbed those. So at the Durham Rescue Mission, I dug through the bins yesterday. I actually probably have a 50-50 split haul here today. I didn't take you hunting with me yesterday at the Rescue Mission. I took a little break from filming and just did some hunting. It was really rainy and dreary anyway, so it would have been dark filming in there, but I picked up some bags yesterday. This one is made of wool. It's got that cute little fuzzy border on it. It's in really good condition, so I said yes to that. At Gresham is where we kind of put in bags. I might put one in at Collected Treasures occasionally, but I try to keep clothing and bags and things like that out of there and just keep it hard goods. But this, look at the owls on this. Isn't it adorable? All of these were in really good condition. No really major wear or tear. All the zippers work. I didn't see any dirt. Now this is by Paul Brute. It's a Paul Brute bag. And his bags actually go for a pretty good price. So I definitely said yes to this, especially with owls. It had two things going for it. It's a designer bag, and it has owls, and owls sell good. So look at this. I couldn't believe I found this. My son might actually like this, so I'm going to give it a try and see what happens. This is a Polo Ralph Lauren travel type bag. And it's in good condition. Nothing wrong with it whatsoever. So it's like a canvas material. So I'll just put $20 on it. We'll put that in the booth today. These are all going to Gresham. And then I loved this one myself personally. Now this I believe is faux leather, and I think there's a couple things online it's saying, some is saying that it's like they're calling it a vegan leather, which I thought was interesting. But some of them weren't listed that way as a vegan leather. So I don't know if this one is or isn't. But I don't think it's, I can't determine if it's real leather. Usually it's marked if it's genuine leather. Everything's in good condition. There is a little bit of wear around here. But that's it. I mean, it really is beautiful. And I just love that bow on it. I think it's adorable. So yeah, I put $18 on this. I don't think it's going to last long. A couple other bags that I picked up there. This tapestry little bag. It was made in Hong Kong. It's in good condition. It doesn't have, it's supposed to have a little chain that goes with it, but that's okay. Not going to hurt anything just to have it like a little clutch. And there's the detail on the, you can see it, the detail on the metal that surrounds it, but I thought it was a really pretty tapestry bag. And then this little bag, it doesn't say if it's vintage or not. I just thought it was really pretty. And I'm not going to charge much for these. I didn't pay much for them. I'm not going to charge much. I think I got $6 on this, and yeah, I got $6 on that too. So those will be going into this piece at Goodwill. I thought it looked like a poison bottle. I mean, doesn't it? And the top, this is like a metal top. So I do think there's some age to this. It's like a Crackle hobnail perfume bottle, I believe it is. I think that's what it was a perfume bottle. But it kind of looks like, even the lady that was checking me out, she says, yeah, this is perfect for Halloween. Looks like a poison bottle. But I do think it's beautiful. Even just as a, you know, if you're a bottle collector or perfume bottle collector, I think this is a great piece. I met Joanne and Kelly at the bins. They were there, and then they were heading out to go do a little bit more hunting together. I had responsibility things I had to do at home, so I couldn't go with them. But Kelly found this cute little guy, and what I liked about it was look at the crow on this. Is that crow not adorable? So yeah, just a little thing she pulled out of the bin. We'll put that in the booth today. You guys saw me find this. This is a bird cage. The bird cage itself is actually really pretty. Kind of stout. Actually came with an extra little hook on it. That doesn't really belong with it, but we can use that hook for something else. But what was inside is what was so interesting down in the bottom. So let's see what was there. Okay, so what we've got are some little fairies were down in there. And some little accessories so that you could make a little fairy display or a little fairy garden inside that. I thought that was really cute. Now I'm probably going to pull the fairies out, and there was some moss inside of there too. I'm going to pull all that moss out. I'm probably going to sell the bird cage separate because I just felt like the scale wasn't right for this. You know, these are really tiny, compared to the size of this great big bird cage. So I think I'm just going to sell these separate as a fairy set when the spring comes, and I'll just sell the bird cage separate. Okay, I think this worked out pretty good last time to do the close-ups on some of these smaller items. So you saw me pick up the North Carolina State pin. I picked that up. I did decide on the feather. There's no marking on the back. It's actually a pendant, but I thought that would be really cool to even use. You could just attach it to a leather strap or something and just hang it somewhere or use it in a project. And I've got these little elephants. This black one, I don't know if you can see it, it kind of sparkles. So I think that's actually a quartz elephant. Cute little mushroom, which I will be keeping the mushroom. And then this blue howlite, I think is what it's called. Howlite, yeah, blue howlite dragon. I thought he was awesome. Let's see, that cute little creamer right there. Picked that up. And then this sugar skull, I guess you would call it a sugar skull. Found that. And then the galloping horses, those were great. And I can't remember, oh, I can't remember what you call this. There's a name for this elephant. I will look it up, and if I have time in my editing, I'll put it in there for you. Found this book. This was really cute. This is Alberto Vargas vignettes, and it shows, let's see if we can do this without a glare, but it has like all the calendar girls, and they're really beautiful. Well, a little risky, but I love this book. It has a lot of great photographs in it of pinup, basically a pinup girl. Tammy down at Collected Treasures said, would you like this litho? And I said, yes, absolutely. And definitely want that litho. Is this not beautiful? We've got a nurse and a doctor and somebody who's, you know, not feeling well, and Jesus is there, you know, looking over her. I love this. I love this litho. All right, let's see. Anything else that was small? Oh, some little trick-or-treat bags that are vintage. Thought those were cute. I think that's about it. This little Tanala styled, I think it's a toothpick holder. A little Tanala styled toothpick holder. Got some cool Christmas glasses. These were at Goodwill. They came out while we were shopping, so I was the first person to touch them, so I got them. And I love them. They're two different styles. There's the one that says Season's Greetings, and this says it on it somewhere right there, if you can see it. Who's, H-O-U-Z-E. And then these say Merry Christmas. And Steve and I actually have a set of these tumblers already, so we will be letting these go. And I think this one was marked also. No, I'm not finding it. I thought that one was marked, but these are vintage, and I love them. They've kind of got that stained glass look. This was in the video, this cotton wreath, which I think is really nice for the fall. Can even go into the winter. You could just change out the bow. I've put kind of a fall colored bow on it right now, but you could change that out to a Christmas bow when it comes time. And I don't know for sure if this is actual cotton or just cotton balls that are put inside the pods, but these are real cotton pods. Another thing you could do with something like this, I know like Joanne is working on a wreath. If you ever find something like this, you can take it apart and incorporate these pieces into your wreath. So if you're ever looking for supplies to make your own wreath, something like this you could pick up and tear apart and use pieces and parts of it. Kelly and I did a trade. I had a dough bowl. I can't say, I always want to say ball. Dough bowl that she was interested in, and she picked up some items for me, and this was one of them, and I just absolutely love it. I think it's fantastic. Can't wait to bring this to the booth. It is a good size. This is a great woven ball. And I think somebody's just going to snatch this right up. Bunch of miscellaneous other items over there that I picked up at Durham Rescue Mission. We're not going to go over everything. I have a deadline today, so I've got to get going. I've got to go to both booths, some restock, and just always busy, busy, busy. That's the business of reselling. When you have a full-time job and you do it on the weekends, you're run, run, run. Everybody, I hope you're having a great weekend. I hope you get out there this week, go do some treasure hunting. It's a great time to do it. We're just all in that, you know, nesting, homing, make our homes feel all comfy and fun for the holidays that are coming up. Get out there, find yourself something vintage or something that just has those warm tones right now for the fall and for Thanksgiving, and put a smile on your face and take good care until we get back to hunting next weekend. We're going to be going up to the mountains, and I'm sure we'll do a little bit of hunting. We always do. We always find some cool stuff up there. We're going to take you along when we do it. Everybody, take care.